Hi, my name is Matt, I'm from Brighton. This is my BSA Rocket Gold Star 650 replica. What can I say about it? Well, it's a replica, but there are replicas and replicas. And since owning it, I've been able to discover that the one I've been fortunate enough to buy is a faithful replica of what BSA would have produced in 1962 and 1963.
Matt's 1962 BSA Rocket Gold Star replica was built up from a 1959 BSA A7 Shooting Star rolling chassis and a 650cc engine from a 1958 BSA A10 Super Rocket. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the notifications bell and give the video a like.
Everyone knows about the Gold Star, a 500cc single. This is a 650cc twin, and basically BSA, they followed the lead of a BSA specialist and tuner, Eddie Dow. Now for a few years before the 60s, to customer orders, he was supplying the Gold Star bike with a twin engine, BSA A10 engine installed. It was a great workhorse. It had been used in sidecars, racing. So BSA had about 1,500 of these engines to use up before they went into unit construction, which means the gearbox is integral with the engine casing. So they made the Rocket Gold Star, and what a thing it was. It matched the performance of the original Gold Star, but was so much easier to start. I really do love riding the bike. I know it's not as fast as the modern Japanese stuff, but just the sound of this going around the old A and B roads in Sussex, it just brings a feeling of, like, I don't know, nostalgia. And also the input you have to have as a rider. It's a tough bike to ride in a lot of respects, but it's very rewarding. And although some people you might be put off by people saying it's heavy, the clutch is heavy, the brakes aren't any good, you ride the bike within its own capabilities. People talk about old things having character, and character is another word with things you've got to be mindful of. So for example, the brakes on this, they're not brilliant. The clutch is very clunky. I'm always having to adjust it. The electrics, to put the main beam on, I go like that and I have to do that twice every time. I don't know why, but I have to. I bought the bike from classic bike dealers in Bexhill. I was able to be put in touch with the previous owner. I contacted him. He's a guy called Jerry Fyford, and he must take credit for the bike. I didn't restore it, he did. It was one of many bikes that he's got, so I knew it was a good one. So Jerry, he's given me some history about the bike. There was a guy called Mr. Gardner. He built the gearbox, so I'm very happy it's come from a good pedigree. And although it isn't a genuine RGS, it's as close as I can get for my budget. And one thing Jerry did tell me is that although it has won awards, it went to a VMCC bike show a few years ago, and this bike was put next to a genuine RGS, and there was a competition, and you had to put in which one you thought was the genuine one. All they had to do was blank the frame number and the engine number. So I'm happy that it's not an insult to those owners that have got the genuine RGSs, and I totally get why you would want one, but for what I can afford for a bike, I'm really happy with this bike. It's lovely. Things to look out for if you're interested in buying a Rocket Gold Star replica. There are a few things that I've since found out that are giveaway signs as to a good replica or a bad one. One of the things is this arrowhead stays. Mine's got the RR2T gearbox, but it's got the Daytona gearing, and it's got this surf clip on the outside there that is again something to look for. Other things, the mudguard stays, a lot you'll see will have the bolts there, but the original Rocket Gold Star would have had these kind of bolts. Mine has the comes in club and trim, which was sold as a bike you could use during the week but go racing for the weekends. So it had these tubular frame mountings for the headlight and a quickly detachable lighting socket, so it meant you could take that off, put your number plate on and go racing round Thruxton or Brands Hatch of a weekend. And that was the idea of a bike. It was a sports rider's bike, the Fireblade of its time, I suppose. It's got a special cam, I think it's called a Spitfire cam, higher compression, the amyl carb and the racing magneto. A good RGS replica will cost you about half, maybe a little bit more than one of these would go for. And we see them going at Bonhams for about 35,000, but a good RGS replica suits me fine. This, I can go out, I can service, I can tinker with, and for me, you know, that's what it's all about. It's just being involved with the vehicle that you like riding or driving.
If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the notifications bell and give the video a like. We value every one of our subscribers, and your support really does help us make more videos. On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see more of our videos that we think you'll like. Thank you for supporting the Classic Motorcycle channel.